Hey everybody, this is gonna be a noisy video because my neighbors are noisy, my dogs are noisy, but that's what we're gonna have to do. Sorry, the neighbor's like staring at me. Make eye contact, hold it, walk away. Got it. All right. If you don't know, the window's right here, so people can just look at me staring at my window, talking to it. Alright, so let's get back to the whole point of this entire video, which is to explain why you're allowed to have axolotls in captivity when it's an endangered species. The main reason for that is that they aren't endangered in captivity. And in captive bred axolotls are a lot different from wild axolotls. In the wild, albinos do not exist. They've not found an albino axolotl in the wild. How we created albino axolotls is we crossbred a tiger salamander that was albino. It was found in Minnesota, and they crossbred that with axolotls, and then they bred for that particular morph from then on and kept it in the trade. Another reason that they are different in captivity than in the wild is because leucistics are rarely found in the wild. Only one has been caught from the wild, and we selectively bred axolotls for that gene so that we could have leucistic axolotls. So think about it, how much inbreeding happened for us to have thousands of leucistics in the trade from one single leucistic that was captured from the lake. Another reason is that GFP has been introduced into a lot of axolotls' DNA. That's a genetic modification where they take GFP, which is found in a jellyfish, they extract that type of gene, and then they insert it into an animal's DNA to make it glow under black light, and sometimes a little bit during the day. I can kind of see it. I made a video about GFP, you can see it, I'll post it here. The reason that axolotls are going extinct in the wild is not because we have them as pets. Axolotls were taken into captivity in the 1800s. Axolotls have been used in labs and for research for over 100 years. And we can't reintroduce the pets that we have because they aren't the same as wild axolotls. If you were to introduce your pet axolotl that was bred in captivity to the lake, bad things would happen. If it did live, which it probably wouldn't, we would have a totally different type of species that wouldn't naturally be found there. That's not what would naturally be seen. The reason that axolotls are almost extinct is not because of the pet trade, it's because of people introducing non-native species into the lake, and those species have been attacking the axolotl eggs, the axolotls. They've been destroying their population and competing for food with them and starving them out. Another reason is that Xochimilco has become extremely polluted. What the fuck? About Finn! Another reason is that Xochimilco has become very polluted. Tourism around that area causes trash to be dumped in there. There's so many different pollutants from fertilizers that are running off into it. It's not a habitable place. There are some places that do breed wild genetics that are actually the genetics of just those from the lake, and they don't get any genetically modified captive bred inbred genes into that pool, and then they release them into the wild every few years. But I believe that they have stopped doing that. I might be wrong, it's just that they haven't reported doing that for a while because they didn't find any of the ones that they released a few years later, and they haven't found any axolotls in the lake for a very long time. If you are buying an axolotl just because you want to save the species and you want to breed it, think about that again, because axolotls are actually, they are fine in captivity. They don't need repopulated. There are plenty of axolotls in captivity. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was so informative for you. If not, hit the dislike button. Do it. I don't care. Alright, so hit that like button if you like this video, if you found it informative, and click the subscribe button to hear more. The more subscribers, the more it makes me want to make videos, because people are watching.